Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
Joy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here in Branson, Missouri. We have a thirst that can't be quenched for nostalgia. But today, we're going to try our hardest to make it happen, because behind us is the world's largest toy museum. And when you're searching for nostalgia, you want to relive your childhood, you want those toys. So we figured the world's largest toy museum would be the best spot for us to relive our childhood, and maybe you too. So that's why we're inviting you to come along with us. So hopefully you like this kind of thing. If you do, you should like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment down below. But it's time to do this. World's largest toy museum. Step right up, let's go for this ride. How can I go wrong? Just from the outside, we have two giant soldiers, flags blowing in the wind, lion water fountains that have been turned into planters, and a giant teddy bear. Look at the size of this place, and trust us, this isn't it. 25,000 square feet, over 2 buildings. How many museums do we have in total? We have 8 museums in total that make up the world's largest toy museum complex. The earliest toys they said they start with here start around 1910s and worked way up. We have some tin toys. Nice, like you see here we have all different kinds of monkeys, or wind up ducks and birds. Found one for Joy. Elephants. All the elephant toys you could imagine. One of my favorite, the Charlie Weaver bartenders. Oh, I love these toys. One day we'll have them in our collection. There's Charlie Weaver back there. And they have more than just toys in the toy museum. We actually have a 1959 British MC Rolls Royce from Washington, D.C. that the Queen of England rode in. Joy, you like Spiderman?
Yeah.
They got you covered. Not just one case of Spider-Man. We have 2 cases of Spider-Man. Oh, okay, 1.5. Because if you see that when we get to that halfway, Superman is busting through. Coming back to our childhood right here. When I said we were looking for our childhood, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If there's anything that says kid of the 80s, it was playing with the Turtles. Kids grew up playing with toys in the 80s. Right now, there's companies like NECA and other companies that are remaking toys of the 80s, or new versions of those characters. And they're more like designer toys. Did they just realize, hey, all those kids of the 80s hate getting rid of their toys when they were young. We'll remake them, charge them more money, and sell them new versions of those toys, because now they're in their 40s and can afford them. Because that's my theory of what happens. In every generation you see the toys recycle, or characters and intellectual properties, because now people that had them when they were young are at an age they could afford them again as adults. Mighty Max, the boys' version of Pocket Polly.
Are those the shrunken head version?
Ooh, shrunken heads. Batman. Alright, Batman's cool, but I prefer the Incredible Hulk. And we gotta be careful when we're at this museum, because like there's an offshoot that way, there's a path that way, upstairs, downstairs, multiple buildings. I think we hit the car room, Joy.
I think so.
This is why it is the world's largest toy museum. I'm wondering when they say the square feet, I think that's the size of the building. Imagine if they did the square footage of shelves. Like I said, everything's done by section, so you can see like construction cars, bodies of cars, littler cars, plastic cars. Boy, I found something for you.
What?
You're a fan of country music? You could have the country music tour bus. I know about this one. It goes, don't break my van, my tour bus van. I needed to get down the road. And if you come here, don't pass in any room, because you might say, this room only has cars. And you'd be wrong, because cars, we lead to wood cars, which leads to these little wood automatons. You see the hand cranks? Or wood kid toys. The problem I'm gonna have is I came here on the search for nostalgia. I'm gonna leave with the shopping list of toys I didn't know existed that I'm gonna want. Cause just look at James Bond 007 Road Race. A little personal slot car with, you get to drive James Bond's Aston Martin. Be careful, this truck contains wild animals. It's the circus truck. Little tiny cars, so those are the micro machines? Oh, Ronald driving cars and Officer Big Mac.
You know, years ago, I tried to eat grape nuts.
La Looney Tunes. So much stuff didn't know existed. Make it and bake it of the Looney Tune characters. Disney only had 101 Dalmatians. I think they have more.
They multiplied.
Couldn't have a toy museum without some Disney figures. Okay, that was a little underselling it. We have a lot more than a few Disney toys.
All the different lunchboxes up on top.
Yeah, throughout the museum we have lunchboxes all around the top. And these Disney toys get old. Look at this. Ferdinand the Bull from Marx, 1938. Or Mickey and Donald rubber cars, also from the 30s. Some Dukes of Hazzards. All of our robots are in this case. I always wanted one of these toy guns when I was a kid, but I wasn't allowed to have them because my name wasn't Ray. They're all ray guns. I used to have so many of these Radio Shack robots. I never had the Grunt. We've made our way to the fire truck area. There are some school buses in the middle, but all the cases from early metal, looks like cast iron fire trucks. We're just slowly chipping our way through all these toys, sharing them all with you. Toys I never knew of. Mark's musical sewing machine. Joy, I'm not feeling that great. If only there was some doctor here for me.
Oh no. There's all the Dr. Pepper stuff.
We have some new kids on the blocks. They had a couple of hits. Monkeys trading cards. Monkeys trading cards. And I really like how this museum's set up. So you might be like, well, why is this collection? It's a little, like, why is Play-Doh with these toys? Well, because the whole collection was donated by one person here. I love me some Lord of the Rings, but I have to say, Waterworld doesn't get the credit it's due. We go right from toys to like old little miniature buildings with mannequins showing off like the old cowboy sets the kids would play with.
I got this one for you, Joe. Yeah, had it. You definitely want that back, but you had it. Okay, I'm done.
She's not joking you. I try very hard not to live my life with regrets. When I was a young boy, I had almost a complete set of Master of the Universe toys, and I sold them all for 50 cents at a yard sale. 50 cents each at a yard sale to buy new Nintendo video games, because I thought that was what the cool thing to do was. And slowly but steady, I've been trying to buy them back. I got like 6 of them now. And when she's not joking, when I said I had it. This little firing equipment, I had it. This little dinosaur transport, I had it. The slime thing, I had it. All the castles, all the figures. I even had his magic kit set for a while. Battle Cat, one day you'll be mine again.
That really old school video system.
Yeah, definitely have some old school.
Built in, and you have like the games there.
It definitely isn't early. It looks like an Atari.
For Atari and Sears.
Ooh. Classic NES.
So I wish I had that version.
I'll start looking on eBay for Christmas, Joy.
No, because then the power button would broke as much. This cute little winds up Pac-Man. They either had this one or a similar version of it. I just remember I loved it because like winding up, the mouth would open and close, like it's catching the ghost.
We have some Annie toys. And that leads to Toy Story. I like how they do Toy Story, because even if they're not Toy Story toys, but they fit in the movie, like the Green Army Men, or all the Mr. Potato Head dolls, they all go in with the Toy Story area. I'm glad that my Legos got represented here too. These are cute. A lot of these, if you see, the ship might not have been a set, but it was created by Drew, who was 8 years old. They have my E.T., but with mine, all of his skin like rubbed off and stuck to everything. Yeah, oh, feeling that nostalgia. That E.T. holding that beer had that one when I was a kid too. Smurfs. Blending with Garfield. Me's Popeye the Sailor Man. He lives in a spinach can. Pioneer Village. Whoa, I wonder what we're gonna see in here. You really don't know what you can find here, because you make a next turn. We have miniatures of the Frontier that one artist built. We see like the town bank, and we actually could look inside and see where the teller would be. Person would come up. And same like with the general store. The roofs are cut away so we can see all the little supplies that would be sold in the general store. Oh man. Barn finds. My favorite. Look at all the pedal cars. Radio flyer wagons. All just piled up. When you were a little kid, did you play with Davy Crockett's Alamo? Or maybe Fort Superior? Or was it Fort Apache? I played with this Fisher-Price silo. It held all the white fence pieces and the toys to go around the farm. And of course there's a church in the museum that they're using as a little theater. If they get any more toys, they're gonna have to construct a new building. Well, they got a lot of construction toys to do that with. Upstairs, bikes, motorcycle, army toys, and farm toys. Yes, there is multi-levels here. If you get bored in this museum, you must be crazy or really be into board games. The Hess truck's back and they're better than ever. It is sad that Hess, the gas company, is gone, but I'm glad they still make the Hess trucks. We actually have a truck for the National BB Gun Museum. And if you see, it is located in the world's largest toy museum complex. And behind it is the world's largest toy museum complex truck. The toys just go on and on here. We're near old school erector sets in these cases. It's the world's greatest construction toy, and you could build a merry-go-round and a parachute jump, Ferris wheels, science sets. Back in the good old days, when you could just give kids tons of chemicals to play with and mix and have fun with. Wrigley's Gum advertising trucks. Look how amazing that is. And the fact they have the old 10 packs, this brings me back to being a kid. My grandpa always had tons and tons of spearmint gum with him and double mint gum with him. These may not be miniature trucks and miniature cars we're looking at, but if people that collect trucks might know of, the Hershey has an antique auto expo every year, and they actually have mini trucks from the Hershey Antique Auto Expo. Sword Swallower. We have some curtains. I think we're leading to a circus. This might be one of my favorite spots so far. Oh boy. Miniature circus trains with the tent. This animal trainer's nuts. He's handling bears and alligators at the same time. That's an act I've never seen before. We have a full midway here with the carousel, Ferris wheel, test your strength games. All the clowns, send in the clowns. I love the clowns. That was my Jack-in-a-Box when I was a kid. And plushies. And a shout out to our good friend Boogie. They don't have Jerry here because Jerry's a one of a kind, but they do have a lot of monkeys. And a whole wall of Christmas. Did you have one of these Fisher-Price chime balls when you were a kid? Which one did you have? I had this one with the little turquoise on it.
Found him.
We actually have what looks like a store window display, and it's a display of A Christmas Carol. We see Scrooge telling Bob Cratchit, "No, you'll work on Christmas. Bah humbug." And then Scrooge being visited by the ghost of Jacob Marley. Ooh, spooky. After Jacob Marley, Scrooge is visited by the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas yet to come. And then he's happy. It's Christmas time. Yay! I'm a changed man. I like Tiny Tim now. Love me some nutcrackers. This case is nuts. Well, cracked nuts, that is. So many unusual things I wasn't going to think I'd see in the toy museum. We have like Native American baskets and trays. Guns used in the Old West. That's interesting. The old art set. The original table is handmade and is a Lazy Susan arrangement. But I'm more concerned about the art supplies. Joy's more concerned about the rocking horse. So what we're actually looking at now is part of the museum is on Shepherd of the Hill, which was a book written by Harold Bell Wright, a noted playwright. So we actually have some of his collection in this museum as well. As a kid, I wasn't the biggest athletic kid. Sports weren't really my thing. But when you combine sports with toys, well, then that changes things. And that's what section we're at now. The sports toys. Great memories playing catch with my Uncle Charlie. Chocolate got milk basketball. I've never seen that before. Oh, we're up to my area. Wrestling. Oh, I love some wrestling.
Let's see.
A whole secret hallway of fast food toys and food toys. Some more Disney mixed in. But we see like McDonald's, Christmas ornaments, some more food toys, California raisins. We got a lot of Lion King actually. Whoever collected this really loved Lion King. This was what Barbie Horse's collection. Nah, she was okay with it. Happy Meal toys as far as the eye can see. Like, I had those Muppet Babies. Okay, not all Happy Meal toys. We found some Care Bears. My Mickey Mouse pipe. Theirs is a stubby pipe. They're missing the stick. But did you know McDonald's is actually the largest distributor of toys in the world? The chain understands that kids love toys and include 1 in 20% of all sales. Each year, McDonald's distributes 1.5 billion toys worldwide. That's more than Hasbro and Mattel. And above those, we have different kinds of dolls, from Cornhusk dolls to Kachina dolls, dolls from around the world.
Oscar Mayer stuff.
I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. Goodyear Bloom toys to McDonald's Carnival knockdowns. Poppin' fresh. Joey and I both were discussing, we both had this mug. Let us know, growing up, what was your favorite toy to play with? Comment down below. Did you have this snow cone machine that looks like Frosty the Snowman? Maybe dolls were your thing. See the face? That's the face reliving her childhood.
Oh yeah, I had the strawberry, and I had like the little strawberry shortcake ones. I know about pound puppies, but how did I not know about pound ponies? What the?
These two little figures right here. These are two. The cooler and
Howler.
the howler. Both of those pound puppy toys I got at Kids R Us for being a good kid and getting new sneakers. Just what every kid wants. A nun doll. You could put the ruler in your hand and hit your little brothers and sisters when their penmanship is bad. I don't know these ramekins, but those are some cute toys. I want the cat and the fiddle and the cow that jumps over the moon. We have different Raggedy Ann dolls through the ages. And a whole Shirley Temple collection. Real Ghostbusters animated figures 1986 to 1991 by Kenner. One day I will have the whole series. Of course, where to find joy? Looking at My Little Ponies and also Beanie Babies. Greatest show for every child, Sesame Street. Teach you your lessons, your morals, and how to count with your cookie counter. Joy, did I ever tell you you're a doll? And so is everything else in this room. I don't find dolls creepy.
This
but,
many I do.
yeah, when you're surrounded and they're all just staring at you. Good. Shirt tails.
I can't really find like anything on them.
What do you mean?
No, like it was such a short-lived show. But there's like nothing.
Like nowhere streaming?
Nowhere streaming, nowhere like you have to search, like really search.
I searched, I found shirt tails. From Newport, Rhode Island, vintage storefront mechanical dolls. Cabbage Patch Kids. Another amazing fad of the 80s.
Wait, somebody really collected them behind you. That's donated.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a lot of Cabbage Patch Kids here. I prefer a puppet show. Imagine, all in the family, they actually made an Archie Bunker grandson doll. Charlie Chaplin. To Chatty Cathy's. Oh, the M&M collection. Did you know? M&Ms melt in your mouth, not in your hand, and they don't melt under the sea either. That's why they can snorkel. You see us outside. You see us walking. Well, that's because we just finished one of the two buildings. You see this little tiny building? We still have this giant building next door. Right outside. Barbie roller skate. Humpty Dumpty sat on a train. Time to enter the memory barn. Paul Harvey Jr.'s 50s collection National BB gun. There's a lot more to see. Entering the BB gun Hall of Fame. I'm more intrigued by the coin-op horse here. Y'all shoot your eye out. Y'all shoot your eye out. In the Wild West area, I found a toy cap gun I had when I was a kid. My uncle gave it to me with a little cowboy outfit for like my first birthday, and I've been searching for that gun. All the cool wind-up horses and toys. So, Joy, are you blown away by this museum yet?
This is crazy. This is insane. Like, we're already in the second building starting it. Like, what?
And then the woman told us that there's not only this floor, we have to go out downstairs, and there's a whole nother level. Kids nowadays need all these crazy electronics and all that stuff. Remember when it was just, here's a wood pole with a horse head, go play. Hey there, fella, you love this museum or not? Okay, yeah, it's nice. I didn't know you could talk. Well, I'll see you, Mr. Hillbilly. Don't you want to come and stay with me a little bit more? No. I could even come home with you if you got $600. No, that's all right. You know what time it is?
Howdy doody time.
I never realized how many toy guns there were for kids back in the day. We have an interactive feature. We could play with Lincoln Logs. I'd rather be Godzilla. Tonto and the Long Ranger being illuminated by Ratfink. Combinations I never thought I would see. This Greek guy is so cool looking and mildly creepy. And I love that there's real taxidermy here. We have Presidents of the United States. We have the set when they were white, and then we actually have it looks like after someone painted them. All the old school big G.I. Joes. Army Man battle area. Crawl, 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 crawl. I see you. Bang, bang, bang. Haha, I win the war, I win the war, I win the war. Oh, he was snipered. Haha, you didn't see me up here. We even got Avon aftershave bottles in this place.
One of them is like, this looks like as if it's a box. And it's a superhero.
I'm Batman. We have made our way to superheroes, Star Wars, and Star Trek. We have Star Trek displays. Have you ever known? Barbie and Ken. We're on the Enterprise. The displays what really make the spot. Like here we have the Star Trek figures with the rocks as if it's on some distant planet. Toys I never knew existed. It's like an erector set, but it's Walt Disney's Tomorrowland Space Carnival. Star Wars. And they're not discriminating against any certain movies. We have it all. Do or do not. There is no try. Every room you make a turn, you find something else you love. Like in with the Star Trek, Star Wars areas, we have shrinky things.
I had these ones, like the ones that do the charm bracelets.
Ooh. I actually had this Garfield shrinky thing set. But also above we have a massive dollhouse, which I guess they need a spot to put it. But it's cool. I'm glad it's here. I always love miniature foods and little kitchens. So this makes me happy.
Alright, bye.
Joy, just so you know, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. So fantastic. Made of plastic. Made our way to the Barbie rooms. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. You could color and curl Barbie's hair. You got the wigs and the whole styling kit. They're actually playing the commercial for it right now. Some more dollhouse and miniatures. We have a display of all the lights that you could put on the walls and be functional. Another one. When you see the people that donate their whole collections. I thought we saw a bunch of Raggedy Ann dolls downstairs. Oh no, we didn't see anything yet. With Raggedy Ann, we also have the Sternsey Bears.
And eventually I involved my children.
Here's the one we're talking about, her Sternsey Bears.
We could really begin to make a living making teddy bears, but our collectors began to say, you keep making teddy bears and we'll keep buying them, which they did.
And here we have some of those Sternsey Bears. A whole case of cast iron toys, and looks like we have some banks too, with Punch and Judy. Again, early 1900 toys here. Teddy Ruxpin. Branson bears. Oh, more Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, but this time we have some marionettes. We have a boxing Ronald Reagan. I've seen everything now. We are in the Ozarks, and even in a toy museum, we have a moonshine still. Late 1800s Ozark moonshine still. Hanging out with this little kid. He looks like he's been sipping on the moonshine. You gotta be 21, buddy. Where the moonshine still is, I think we have a dollhouse that's been sipping on that moonshine, because it must be drunk. Because we have trucks and cars inside, dinosaurs infiltration, Egypt sections. We have Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. I love it because this museum definitely has more than toys. Some music boxes, cookie jars. You all look concerned. Here, I could ease your concern. They do have Cupid dolls. I knew you were nervous that they weren't going to have them. Here they are. Look at that. Kellogg's Company created a small town phone to connect all throughout the Kellogg's Company. And it's sitting in here. Finish second floor. One more floor. You're doing good, folks. You're doing good. Hang in there. Right when we come in, we have one of my favorite things. Miniature carnival circus. Built by a man over 20 years from Springfield, Missouri. Even has the Wall of Death motor dome. We actually have a little I Spy, seeing if you could see all of these things in the display. And this miniature circus carnival is made by Ken McKinney. Full sideshow with the banner. Come on, he got all the good things here. The dunk tank too. In this little building is another one, I Spy's man cooking footlongs right next to the snakes. Hope he ain't making the hot dogs out of long snakes. 40 hours to make a wagon, wow. And it's cool. In this lower area is the local town's Mile Railroad Club's display area, and this is where they meet. We get to go look at their display.
There's some onions. It's retired shock teacher. It's 5 years. He made everything except the plumbing pieces.
That's insane.
1 to 12 scale. Live steam. Started out fire with coal. Now, 21st century propane.
Oh yeah.
You guys, there's a chart there, if you're not familiar with the gauges, that shows you the different sizes and the scale they are.
I never seen one this small before.
Yeah. Well, you know, talk about small. You look back. That's Z. Isn't that crazy? And they run.
It's great. It's great seeing the car next to the penny.
Right.
Z scale.
Mountain range, and up on top of the mountains, my wife is doing, she does all the decorating basically, has used HO scale cattle.
To make the perspective?
Nice.
That's cool.
So yeah, you play with things like that and make it one of my favorite things, and I'd love to do it. Didn't have to say anything,
The trains. Fireman Training Center.
How you doing, gentlemen? Present. Camel, well, people will debate whether I'm a camel or not. How about you guys?
Like a plastic filled 5 and dime. Here we have my scale. Oh, gauge. I pushed the button and the train's going.
Like that one.
Checking out the Rock Valley Modular Railroad. And it was modular because different members of the club built a 4-foot section that would have to link to the next person's 4-foot section to build the whole display. Push button. Push this button like a doorbell. It made a storm cloud. This Besides the club, the museum itself has trains. Playmobil. Oh yeah, this museum has a special spot in my heart. They have Pez dispensers. Pez Looney Tune pens. They make the writing fun and delicious. Miniature of Noah's Ark, loading the animals, including the dinosaurs, onto the Ark with a train. I didn't know there was a train in. Oh, Joy's pointing to me. Joe, you're missing. Your favorite. We have magic sets. My life wouldn't be the same without magic. Are you saying we're in my corner now? We have Boy Scouts too?
Cub Scouts.
Yep.
Boy Scout stuff down there.
Cub Scouts. All the Boy Scout handbooks. Look at the size of that teddy bear next to Joy. Grrr. Did you ever see a Volkswagen Beetle being attacked by teddy bears? Now you've seen it. The floor of the first level is Candyland, except for this one section, which is the Yellow Brick Road. Because we got Wizard of Oz. Joy, am I dreaming? Is this museum made for me?
Yeah.
Like right here. We have all the old camera equipment. Followed by, I was joking when I saw a few of the Avon bottles. We don't just have a few. We have case after case. Oh, best souvenir you could get, a crushed penny. Perfect. So there you have it. The world's largest toy museum. I thought we'd whiz through this in like a half hour. We were in there for about 3 hours. That was amazing. The people were super nice. I love talking to the people in the train area about their club and all the displays. Everyone knew stuff about the different toys. Living through nostalgia of our ages, seeing stuff our parents owned. It was cool. I would recommend this because every kid loved toys growing up. It pulls on everyone's heartstrings. They have toys of all ages.
Yep.
Definitely come here if you come to Branson. I think we call it
I think so.
World's largest toy museum. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels
Good eats.
and live life. This case is for all you dummies out there. Dummy, yeah.
But that's all, folks.